Oh, hey guys, what's up? Thursday, Wake Up Barstool. Okay, we got a big one. Got to recap day 2 of the MLB playoffs. Look forward to a little Thursday night football. Kate's back with another TNF roast. We got Mizzou head coach Eliah Drinkwitz joining the show. Ben McDonald as well. Questions from a third grader. Jersey Jerry's 2 a.m. thoughts and plenty more. And it all starts right now on that first one. What's going on, y'all? Wake Up Barstool here at Chicago Barstool Sports HQ. T-Bob, PFT, Titus, Jersey Jerry.
Oh no.
Wilson.
Not Wilson.
No.
I kind of want to eat that thing.
What a...
Relax.
It dawned on me as you're doing that, I don't think I've seen Castaway.
In a long time.
Well, just like, I don't remember
never.
the scene in the bushes in the parking lot.
Not the bush references.
Yeah, I don't...
Ball.
Trying to do a nature vibe.
Yeah, here's Wilson back.
Trying to do a nature vibe. We got Big T here as well. Another Big T's coming up later today. Pop quiz. He told me the answer. I'm sure some of y'all might know. What's that jersey Big T's rocking right there?
I know the answer.
That feels like a Terrell Owens, East Tennessee.
Oh, you're so close.
Player is correct.
Wait, no, he's Chattanooga.
That's correct.
Chattanooga.
Wow.
Correct. Did you hear that, or you just?
No, I just see 80. I don't know. I pieced it together. I forgot what the school was. But
we need to respect
That was-
I have
like we
tweeted
do.
it out. He may have seen it on Twitter as well.
I did not see it. I saw the 80. I know that you're from Tennessee.
Fair
Context
enough.
clues.
Fair enough.
Slumdog Millionaire.
It's X.com, the everything app, Big T.
It's all happening on X.
It was really well done, Marky Mark.
I saw the.
I knew he saw it.
Okay.
Because if you knew T.O., you'd know the school.
UT Chattanooga. Anyway, guys, look, like I said, we got a massive show planned for you today. I think we're going to start in the realm of baseball. And, well, let's start with the hometown team here as the Cubs drop game 2, game 3 coming up. But my God, dude, the talk of the town is Mason Miller.
Yeah.
It boggles the mind, PFT.
So those back-to-back pitches he had in relief, the one that was 104 miles per hour on the corner, I have a theory about that. I think that probably the pitch right here, yeah, the back-to-back set him up. I think that the radar guns are juiced. I don't think that every guy out there is throwing like 100.
Yeah, I'll be honest. So I was at the game, and I mentally, as I saw this pitch, I clocked it at like 98.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It looked
yeah.
like 98
to
with
me.
movement from the stands.
And then I looked up at the scoreboard and saw 104, and my jaw dropped.
So Mason Miller is kind of living the dream because he, I think in college he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and then he got way better all of a sudden because he got treatment for it. That's most guys' dreams, I think.
Wait,
It's like rookie of the year. It's like
Somebody
when he
tells
broke
you,
his
hey,
arm.
there's actually been something wrong with you this whole time. Now we're going to just treat you, and then you're going to feel way, way better all of a sudden.
And he was already great.
He was already great,
And then he
yeah.
just...
Well, I think he was throwing like 80 miles an hour, I think.
No.
Yes, like 80-something miles an hour in college.
The diabetes had him down to 80 miles an hour?
80-something, yeah.
He was like playing with the weighted vest, and then he took it off, and
then
now
they took it off.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, Titus, there's actually you've been playing basketball with a disease for the last 30
Then I
years.
treat the disease, and I could jump. I have like a 45-inch vertical.
Yeah, yeah.
PFT, you know what some of the old pitchers say about the radar guns, right?
They're juiced?
They claim that it used to be tracked when the ball crossed the plate, but now it's out of the hand.
Yeah.
And they're like, we all threw 102. You just didn't. It was clocked.
We gotta
different.
What does that
Ben
mean?
McDonald about that.
Yeah, we should ask Ben about that. What does that mean for Nolan Ryan then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he was already clocking like these type of numbers back then.
Yeah, for a long
So
time.
was he
putting
throwing
up-
like 108?
Maybe I don't know.
He was putting up, I think the fastest pitch ever was like 100.3 miles per hour or something like that when he was pitching. And now it's like every closer throws that now in baseball.
Yeah, it's I mean, and now Mason Miller's painting the outside at 104.5. People are calling it the most unhittable pitch in baseball history.
Yeah.
Which is really badass
I think
to be able to claim that.
Going back to the regular season, I think he had 12 strikeouts in a row.
And how about this? To start his playoff career, no player had ever had more than 6 Ks in a row. It was 8 in a row for Miller before it was all said and done, before he grazed old boy's chin. But yeah, the Padres beat the Cubs 3-0. Mark, you were at the game.
I was, yeah.
Any boots on the ground takeaways here?
Depressing. There's no worse feeling than being at a playoff game and watching your team just not get anything going, just nothing going. Like it's you're just sitting there. You're trying not to be like a doom and gloom guy, but at the same time, you know, you're looking up in the 7th inning, and it's just like you're desperate for one base runner. There was I forget what inning it was because they all just sort of bled together. But when Nico Horner had the hit back to the pitcher, I forget who was on the mound, and it hits off his foot and goes straight to the first baseman, and he just steps on first. It was just one of those days. Yeah, like we'll do anything for one base runner. Horner like lines one right at the pitcher, just hits off the guy's foot, and you're just like, it's the worst. It's the worst feeling. It's just hopeless. There's no other feeling like it. But it was new day today.
So it was a bad feeling day in Octigli yesterday.
Octigli, yeah.
But Octigli will not be kept down, and perhaps in some sort of ironic cosmic joke, yesterday, a day filled with misery, is a day when our own Big Cat finally saw his lifetime quest complete.
All right, emergency press conference. Cubs lose. That sucked. Mason Miller is incredible. Couldn't get a hit, but see that number right there? See that number right there? See that number right there? Does that look familiar? Oh yeah, that's that number. Won it. I did it. For all the haters and losers out there who said I'd never win it, I did it. I never gave up. Yeah, I might be even lifetime after winning 50 grand here on the 50-50, but that doesn't matter. I did it. They said I couldn't do it, and I did.
Okay, so for those of us that aren't as educated on Big Cat's 50-50 journey, can anybody give us a quick primer on how long and what exactly this is?
Yeah, I mean, he plays the 50-50 raffle every game he goes to, every sporting event he goes to. I think a lot of us enjoy the 50-50, but he has like an obsession with it. It's become almost like a ritual for him at every game. He's never won it. Everyone said that he couldn't do it until last night he got it. I don't know, is that good juju or bad juju for the Cubs?
Yeah,
he won it during a loss.
It was really weird. And then on top of it, Stephen Shea was at the game using Manny Machado's tickets. Machado hits a homer.
Yeah.
So it's like, and Shea is apparently a Cubs fan. So like the whole thing felt weird because like, Big Cat's happy in some way, Shea's happy in some way.
Should Big Cat PFT? Should Big Cat have had to do one of those post-game pressers where, like, you kick ass but your team loses, and you got to be like, look, it's not about me, it's about the team.
Yeah,
that felt a little me.
He'd be like, I would rather go to a playoff game, lose the 50-50, but we win the game. You got to say that.
You got to say that.
And, I mean, credit to Big Cat. I think he was pretty humble. He didn't want to celebrate too much because he knew the mood around the stadium was that of a loss. But, yeah, $50,000 is pretty good.
He's been doing this for, like, 15-plus years.
Yeah, he's probably in the whole, like, I'd say probably 80 to 100,000 before he won that.
He's got to win, like, 3 more to break even at this point. Yeah. On Tuesday, we went to game 1 on Tuesday. The 50-50 lady knew Dan so intimately. She knew like his kids and his wife, and like she's just like. She's like, good to see you again, and how are the kids doing? It was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. It was like they were best friends. The lady that sells him his 50-50 tickets. So he's very deep in this, and I'm curious where he goes from here. I mean, does he retire? Has he said? Is he done, or is he going to?
This is how you make money, Titus.
Yeah.
Now you go to the next game and you spend all $50,000 on the new tickets. You turn that 50 grand into 60 grand.
Yeah.
Then you move forward like that. That's how. Yeah, you got to be smart about it. But yeah, credit to him for not giving up. There's a lesson out there for all the young
Yes.
Like, never give up. One day you two might be good at gambling.
So coming up today, Game 3, you see the starters right there at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be electric in Octigli. Mark, are you heading back?
I can't. It's a story, but no, I'm not. But I will be watching the game.
Hell yeah.
Obviously, I'll be watching the game. But we got family in town, so won't be able to get out there today. But
if you won the 50-50 mark, would you donate to charity?
I would donate it all to charity.
Yeah, I'd give it all to charity.
Yeah, I would donate it all to charity. Curious to see what Dan does with it.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants, but
yeah.
I would give it to a good cause.
Jerry, what would you do with the 50-50 money?
I don't think I would donate it to charity. I don't know what I would do. I think I would. I'd probably put it on a bet.
Yeah, you'd parlay it.
I would. You know what I would do? I'd put on a bet. If that bet won, I would then donate some to charity.
Okay, there you go.
I wouldn't donate it right away.
Yeah,
I'd try to make my money, and then I'd give the rest to charity.
Yeah. What would you put
Well, that's
on?
kind of what a 50-50 is, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You get half of it, the other half goes to charity. That's already what you're describing. So
I didn't know. Wait, say that again?
All right, so at the 50-50 at the game, right?
Yeah.
It was 110 grand.
That's what it was?
Yeah, 55 of that goes to a charity, and then Dan gets 55.
What charity?
I don't know.
You-
The Cubs Foundation.
Oh.
Whatever.
The Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, so you're doing
So they're already going to charity.
Yeah, you're doing
Why don't they go to charity?
But no, now we're talking about the bet that you would place. The
Yeah.
winnings from that, you'd say that you would give.
Well, no, that's off the table now. I already had that. 50
Charity already got there.
Charity already got money.
Charity's
Yeah.
being a little greedy.
Yeah.
You would definitely do like Steelers money line.
Yeah,
George Pickens touchdown parlay.
Something, yeah.
That goes to charity. All right, other games. Other games from yesterday. The Dodgers, the only ones that punched their way through. They look really good, right? I mean, they feel like they're rounding into form. Mookie Betts has a massive game. Yamamoto was great on the mound, surviving a couple scary moments. Reds, after all of that, after breaking Frank the Tank's heart, ruining so many Mets fans' lives, just 2 in barbecue.
Yeah, it's tough for Cincinnati. At least you got the Bengals, so you got that to look forward to. But it just feels like the Dodgers are inevitable, right? Like, what are we even doing this postseason for?
Yeah.
Dodgers, they broke baseball. Congrats to the
Yeah.
Dodgers. Should we just anoint them? Congrats to the Dodgers.
Congrats to the
2025
Dodgers,
World
yeah.
Series champions. You guys did it. Everyone's super happy for you. It is still a joy to watch Shohei play, though.
He's a man.
No matter how much of a boring thing the Dodgers can be, if they just assemble the best payroll, they are the most electric offensive team to watch. They've got great pitching. I still can't bring myself to fully hate them like I would if the Yankees had done the same thing, because Shohei Ohtani is just too much fun.
We talked about it on Mostly yesterday. Me and Mark did. It's just it's impossible not to be ensorcelled by him.
Yeah.
My little 7-year-old niece lives in LA, and already she will stop everything in her little 7-year-old life. You know, she'll be coloring unicorns, whatever. If Shohei is up to bat, she stops everything and locks in.
Yeah.
It's
Shohei would
amazing
get half of
for
his
Shout out
votes?
Magnolia.
for a guy who's dominated the sport, and the Dodgers are just like outspending everybody. They're the best franchise. They get every free agent seemingly. We should hate them, and I guess like the franchise, the Dodgers, I kind of do.
Yeah.
But Shohei Ohtani, like everything about him says this is a guy we should watch and cheer for his downfall. And I feel like neutral fans do the exact opposite. And he's going to, if the Cubs are lucky enough to play the Dodgers, at some point Ohtani is going to hit like 3 home runs in Wrigley Field, and when it happens, I'm just gonna be like, that guy's really good.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool to watch. And
And
like I don't understand, he doesn't piss people off.
And Mookie Betts.
And
you have
Mookie Betts, same thing.
You got to root for a guy named Mookie, right?
Freddie Freeman, same thing. Like
Mookie
the Dodgers
Blaylock
are-
was my favorite my favorite basketball player growing up.
The Dodgers are very likable at the top, like the best players, and
Yeah.
that feels weird to me.
Yeah, it's a little annoying. What about? Do we know, was Rob Lowe at this game?
I don't know.
I
Saw
guess
Jason Bateman.
I think he was. I think Rob Lowe has gone to both games.
So there's been a lot of drama. Rob Lowe growing up a big Revs fan, and it has
Yeah.
now been spotted wearing Dodgers gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rob Lowe is the one guy that should be able to pull this off gracefully by simply wearing a Major League Baseball hat.
Huge missed
Yes.
opportunity.
But I mean, if it was any other team besides the Reds, I could see him saying like, "I moved to LA. I'm a Dodger fan. I go to all the games. This is who I am, diehard." But if you grew up and you've got like pictures of you wearing the jacket and that whole thing, this is the worst thing Rob Lowe's ever done.
Hold on.
Yeah.
In defense of Rob Lowe, what if he's method acting? What if he's playing a character? He's about to shoot a movie or a TV show where the character he's playing is a Dodgers fan. He's just trying to
Been
get
working
into
on this
character.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case, I'd say tip of the hat.
Yeah.
it's his one out.
yeah.
It's his one out. I'm skeptical, to say the least.
Method actor Rob
his
Lowe.
his
I
character.
think it's just classic LA. He's just gotten swept up into the hot thing in town.
It's vital for the character to fist pump at Dodgers games. That's crucial.
Well, you gotta know what it feels like if you're gonna do it on the
yeah.
screen. Okay, how about this? So last night the stream was electric with our guy Hogdale calling the Yankees Red Sox. I love Hogdale.
Yes.
Super cool moment. The intro where you can tell he's emotional. No idea he's been doing this out of Iowa.
No.
I don't think anybody. I think everybody just assumed he was in Boston, but. Red Sox end up losing. Let's start with any Hogdale thoughts or anything on the stream last night.
I love Hogdale.
Yeah.
Hogdale's great. I can't get enough of him. It's an interesting thing that he does. He just kind of takes it upon himself to broadcast the games on his own.
Yes.
Which is great. I don't know if that's like entirely legal to do if you've got like a big platform, because I know a lot of companies pay a lot of money to be able to broadcast.
But he doesn't
those
show
games.
the game, right?
But he doesn't show the game.
It's just him talking about
He
it.
just broadcasts it. He's awesome. I would listen to him do anything. I think that he should just continue this even after baseball season's over. Whatever sport's on TV, I will take the Hogdale Altcast.
So shout out to Hogdale, but again, the Yankees fans have the last laugh in the cave last night. Here's a question though, like we're talking about kind of hating the big cities, big markets and everything. I hate both these cities. Oh. I think Boston fans, when we were growing up, were always painted as these like, you know, these guys, just grit, never winning anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, in my 36 years, they've won everything.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for them. They've won literal multiple championships in every single sport. And then New York is New York. The Yankees are the Yankees. They've been the evil empire, the least likable team ever. I mean, who do you want to win here?
I'm always going to say the Red Sox.
I will always say the Red Sox as well. But it's interesting because this rivalry is flipped. The Red Sox are the big bad wolf or whatever.
Yeah, Yankees.
The Yankees are the
scrappy,
the team that can't win anything. Every time they seem to play in the playoffs, the Red Sox win.
But why is it always Red Sox over the Yankees? Why?
Because for men of a certain age, when you're watching baseball, the Red Sox were the lovable losers that were trying to break a curse, and the Yankees were the team that win every single year in the dynasty and all that. And you know, kids that are younger than us probably see it differently, but that's how you grew up. If you grew up in the '90s, the Yankees were the team that beats everybody, and they were annoying. And the Red Sox never won anything. So when you see them play, you cheer for the Red Sox.
I don't know if there's that many hateable people in the Yankees right now.
Oh, there's some hateable people.
You think so?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just
name three.
The uniform. Just
No, three.
The uniform.
you put on the uniform, and I
the
automatically
fans,
hate
Jazz.
you.
The uniform,
Well,
the
actually,
fans.
the thing about the fans is, I think the fans are the reason why we can't think about the Yankees being lovable losers. Because they haven't accepted it yet.
That's right.
They're still feeling like, hey, we're entitled, we're the Yankees, we got all these rings. It's very easy to still hate Yankees fans, which I appreciate Yankees fans for. Thank you for that. I don't want to live in a world where I live.
As soon as you start to feel bad for them, they cut to the crowd, and then you're like, oh, okay. No.
Yeah. The Coco Bianco brothers out there in right field. Love those guys, actually.
Well, if you're watching the game tonight, check out the gambling stream, because Hogdale will once again be back on the call, and the stakes could not be higher. It's going to be absolutely massive. Coming up next here, Wake Up Barstool, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some Thursday night football, as well as the full NFL weekend that will be. More coming up right here on FS1.
Shout out to the Guardians and Tigers also playing playoff baseball right now.
Yeah. Game 3 coming up. Man, ran out of time. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. It is Thursday, meaning we got some Thursday night football. By the way, we got Ben McDonald coming up here in about 10 minutes. Well, he's been on the call for the Cubs game. Can't wait to talk to Ben, one of my favorite people in the world. But tonight, Thursday night football, one of the better games in a weekend slate that on the surface looks questionable. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, these weekends always deliver. It's a classic football.
Theoretically, this is a better game. Theoretically.
I guess if you think about brands and name appeal and everything,
the colors, the
Niners
history,
at Rams,
the coaches, the record, even the records, 3-1. Is this like the least anticipated 3-1 versus 3-1 matchup ever?
It could be.
Last week, what was the other 2-1 NFC West battle? Was it Cardinals Seahawks?
Yeah, Cardinals Seahawks.
That was a pretty bad 2-1 battle.
That was a bad 2-1
in terms of anticipation.
But yeah, the logos, the coaches, the teams theoretically should be good. But I think everybody's just bummed out about the Niners right now.
Yeah. So, Niners hurt to all hell. And this is something that I think a lot of teams, whether you're a Niners fan or not, maybe you've been unfortunate enough to cheer for one of these teams that is seemingly cursed. Like, I'm a Pelicans fan, and they are just decimated every single year. They've changed doctors, they've changed training staffs, they've tried everything, and yet everybody gets hurt every single year. And I guess the question is, as a fan, how do you criticize it? How do you try to process it, right? Because you think like, okay, I mean, look, it's happening so consistently that like there has to be somebody to blame, but then I'm not a doctor, and so like I can't really sit there in judgment of injuries and whatnot.
Yeah, you just got to say like we got to get a new training staff. And it's not always true, but like as a fan,
you just got to do it.
As a fan, if you get enough like hamstring injuries, you're like, well, the trainers are hurting them.
But wait a second, what about the
stretching.
strength and conditioning coach? Isn't their job to prevent the injury in the first place?
I think the problem, maybe they're not getting injured enough in the preseason.
Okay.
And they don't develop those calluses on the muscles.
What about the turf?
I do love callus theory, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's such an old man theory, and it's one that I actually subscribe to a little bit.
They might be in too good of shape. He might be too good of a strength and conditioning coach. They're made of all muscle, which is easy to tear.
Yep.
Then you get fatter.
I think Ocho Cinco said it. I think he just eats McDonald's all the time, and he's never been hurt.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Ocho's just like one of the most naturally freakish, athletically gifted human beings that has ever walked the planet. He's good at every sport. He's funny. He has a great personality. He's very good looking. And he just thinks that, like, his lifestyle would just apply to any of us.
Yeah. Can do it.
Newsom is taxing McDonald's. It's probably expensive for these guys to eat McDonald's out in San Francisco. So that's probably, they're not getting enough of that fat. It's easy to pull the muscle. I don't know. I do feel bad for Niners fans because they should have a good team every single year. Every single year it does seem like they get more and more injured. I don't even know who's playing wide receiver for them.
DeMarcus Robinson, Sky Moore, they'll be on the field. DeMarcus Robinson used to play for the Rams, right, last year?
Yeah. And they got Luke McCaffrey's brother, Christian McCaffrey, at running back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good genetics there in that family.
right.
Luke's been hot right now.
Yeah, Luke's
What? New York fans are blaming the turf. Can you do that in San Francisco? They have natural grass.
They gotta have
Yeah, you
They got
can
the grass.
It's probably
But blame the grass.
yeah. There's a
Say
drought.
we need
It's
turf.
probably dry grass. Yeah.
We so, maybe that's the reason for all the injuries.
Jared, from a gambling perspective, this is one of those games where it feels like everything's pushing you LA, right? But is it too much?
No.
Is this any given Thursday?
I would go with the Rams. I think the spread, I got it at -6.5 yesterday. They're just a way better team, right now at least. Brock Purdy out, no wide receivers. You just got Christian McCaffrey. This should be a blowout.
You don't believe in Mac?
No, I don't. I don't think he's good at all.
Speaking of injuries, wasn't Matthew Stafford like dying?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah,
I thought his
that is
back
true.
was. I
Good
thought his
point.
back was done.
He's awesome. He's
Never
fine.
supposed to walk.
I think
Yeah.
what this shows is whatever med bed technology they had that he was sleeping in training camp, like that biometric chamber or whatever that they had, that worked.
Yeah.
His back's great now.
You wouldn't even know he was hurt. And I remember going into the season, it was like Matthew Stafford might have to hang it up.
Sean McVay masterclass.
Yeah.
Well, it
Mac
could
can't
be a
practice.
clone. And then
Could be a clone.
And then he joked
Right.
about the clone to try to throw you off the scent.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, my clone.
Okay, a great tease later in the show. We're going to talk some conspiracy theories during Jerry's 2 a.m. thoughts. Is Matt Stafford a clone? I've heard of Paul McCartney, the fake Paul McCartney. I haven't heard of the Stafford clone yet.
You know about Avril Lavigne?
I've dabbled
You should look
in
into
Avril
that.
theory.
You should look
that's
into
my
that.
list.
Jack Mack and I got too close to the truth one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get attacked by skater boys?
I can tell you off air, but
Okay.
we got too close.
Okay.
This is too hot. This is too
Oh,
hot.
my bad. My bad. Okay, then how about this? Are Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams the best wide receiver duo in the league? Find me a better way. It's pretty good, dude.
Ooh.
Pretty damn good.
Pickens and CeeDee Lamb when healthy.
Okay, that's
Wow.
probably better.
You don't think so, Jerry?
Bro, Pickens was awesome.
Yeah. I'd lean Puka.
Is this spurned lover with Pickens?
No.
No, here's the thing about Jerry. It is spurn lover because when Jerry's not actively watching George Pickens, he says bad things about George Pickens. But then the second he shows up on the screen, and immediately he's back to 2020. He's like, oh, Georgie boy.
That's fair.
That's
Georgie
me,
boy-
dude.
Georgie
That's,
boy looks
that's-
good.
That's me with Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
I've quit him 1,000 times, and
He looks
down.
good.
Dude, he looks
And he
good.
looks so skinny now.
Dude,
I'm
take it-
so back. I'm
You know
so
what?
back, dude.
The pictures were one thing, but that video of him with his shirt off, like
look
he's
good,
at a
dude.
point where he's confident enough to take his shirt off. That got me excited.
I don't like it.
Zion was a big T-shirt in the pool guy for
Yeah.
a long time. And
I
now
was
he's-
too growing up, man.
Now he's just peeling the shirt, so you know he feels good.
I don't like he's too skinny now.
He's look. It is a little disconcerting. Like I know what you're saying. Like something. It's a bit odd. There's a little like cognitive dissonance when you see him, but I will take this. I like if we're gonna be too anything, I'll definitely fall on the too skinny side with Zion.
Yeah, and for the Eagles fans at home, we should say also A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They're going to get mad.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, I love it when he just tweets out how upset he is for not being used enough. That's peak diva wide receiver behavior. I like it. That's the mark of a true alpha is when they're just constantly pissed for not having the ball.
Yeah, and it's crazy because he is really good. Like, look, they needed to lean on him a couple of weeks ago, and he was great. It's the what's the old?
I heard a rumor about A.J. Brown. Can I just say rumors on this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, a rumor. Okay.
Yeah, rumor, allegedly.
PFT allegedly rumor alert. I've heard that A.J. Brown in his house, he just has nothing but pictures of A.J. Brown playing wide receiver in every picture frame. And he's got TVs that play highlights of A.J. Brown.
That's awesome.
Making incredible plays, just rolling at all times. I love that. That's the guy that you want.
Like you said, that's what you want out of your wide receiver one.
Yeah.
Speaking of TO, right? You want somebody who wants the damn ball. How about this? I thought this was pretty good from our guy Ken Jack last night, basically tweeting out how this is all going to play out, right? Eagles don't throw it to Brown. Brown gets angry and disgruntled. Some GM who's desperate for a receiver reaches out to the Eagles, and next thing you know, Howie Roseman has amassed like more first and second round picks, and the Eagles are still really good. I hate Howie Roseman.
I got a team that is a perfect culture fit for A.J. Brown. They've done this before. They'll do it again when it comes to aging wide receivers. Get them maybe after they hit the peak of their career, bring them in for a couple years. Doesn't really work out. It's the Tennessee Titans. Can you imagine A.J. Brown as a Tennessee Titan? It fits the mold entirely. Like if you look through the history of receivers that the Titans have brought in.
Was Julio the most recent?
Julio was there.
Man?
Randy Moss was there for a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
I do not remember.
Calvin Ridley kind of fits that mold a little bit. Eric Decker. This is what the Titans do better than anybody.
If the Titans give up draft picks for A.J. Brown, I'm just gonna stop watching the NFL.
Yeah.
I'll be over it. All right, guys. Coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool, we got one of my favorite people on planet Earth, Ben McDonald, legend. He's on the Cubs call. Catch him this afternoon.
Where'd he go to school?
FS1. Where did he go to school? Oh, that's right. LSU. Go Tigers. What up, world? Hope you're having a great morning. We are here in studio, this Wake Up Barstool. And right now, it is my distinct pleasure to be joined by one of my favorite people on earth. That is LSU and baseball legend, big leaguer, number 1 overall pick, Ben McDonald. He's got the Tigers gear on right now. Ben, what's up, brother? How we doing this morning?
Good morning, man. I'm doing good. We got a game 3, as you guys know, in Chicago at a little after 4 o'clock local time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Ben's been on the call. He does Orioles, he does LSU. It's fantastic. Been on the call for this Cubs series. And Ben, I think we got to start with Mason Miller then. Yesterday, because my favorite part about listening to games that you call is your insight into pitching strategy, decisions, the feelings of being on the mound. So give us your perspective on what was one of the most unhittable runs of pitches, maybe the most that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that, T-Bob. You go back to Mason Miller's final, 3 batters he faced in the regular season, combine it what he's done in the first 2 games. I think he struck out 11 guys in a row. And you just don't see stuff like this. And when you talk about the velocity he throws with, I mean, his fastball has averaged nearly 103 miles per hour in this series. And it's something, and here's the crazy thing. I said this on the air yesterday. As much as we talk about the fastball, it's kind of dumb to say because he throws it at 103, 104 miles an hour, but the slider may be the better pitch than the fastball, which is just crazy to say. But yeah, I don't know if we've ever seen anything like this before. But look, this is the strength of the Padres. Their starting pitchers are pretty good, but it is the best bullpen in baseball, and that's how they do it in the playoffs. They shorten the game a little bit. They start bringing in those elite relievers like Mason Miller and others that they have, Robert Suarez, Morahone, and others, and they are really good. Now, what favors the Cubs today is I don't know that Mason Miller's going to be available today because he's pitched in back-to-back days. It's very rare that you run relievers out there 3 days in a row. And if you look at the Padres, they got a couple guys that have thrown in back-to-back days, so you wonder if their bullpen's going to be a little bit short today. So I think that does favor the Cubs in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Ben, by the way, big fan, grew up watching you on the Orioles.
Thank you.
A big admirer of your pitching. I was thinking about Mason Miller earlier today, and the 104 mile an hour, 103 mile an hour fastballs. Do you think that the radar guns are different these days than they were back in the 90s? Or are these guys that much stronger?
No, the guns are absolutely different. I'll tell you what's different about them. In my time going back, and even before that, the radar gun used to pick the ball up crossing home plate. And then we got to the jugs gun in my time where it picked the ball up about halfway towards home plate. And as the ball, of course, comes out of the hand, it starts to lose velocity. Now the guns today, and in the last 7 or 8, 10 years, picking the ball up right out of the hand. So velo, yes, is up. There's no doubt. These guys, and look, it's in every sport. The guys are getting bigger, stronger, and faster in every sport. And they are throwing certainly harder than, say, 20 or 30 years ago. Now, they're not throwing 8 miles an hour harder on average, but I do think fastball velocity is up. The average big league fastball is a little over 94 miles an hour. In my time, the average fastball was 88 miles an hour. You know, you do the gun difference, it's probably about 2 or 3 miles per hour difference. So, yeah, that's where we are. I mean, the average left-hander throws at 93. The average right-hander is throwing at about 95 in the big leagues. So the average overall is right at 94.
Hey, Ben, Big T, which of these teams, obviously I know you've been watching the Cubs series most intently, but which of these teams in the Wild Card Series would you not want to see the most if you're one of the teams that has a bye? And then just second part, how excited are you for opening night of the NHL coming up next week?
Well, you know, I mean, I look at the Cubs, and I thought coming in that the Cubs would win this series. I look at the Cubs, and I see a complete team. I see a top 5 offense in all of baseball. I see a team that's an elite defending team that's top 5 in defending, a really good bullpen, and enough starters to get by. And so I see a team that can beat you a lot of different ways. You talk about stolen bases. The Cubs can do that. They're top 5 in that category as well. And so it's more of a complete team to me. Nothing against San Diego, but their offense was really pretty average this year, 18th overall. They can pitch it, and that's the strength of it. But I look at the Cubs, and I say, okay, they're very athletic. They can beat you a little different ways. And so I felt like the Cubs would take this series, but it comes down to a game 3, which I don't think is a surprise at all. As far as the hockey stuff goes, man, listen, when that thing popped up on the screen, I'll be honest, I didn't even know ESPN had the hockey contract. You know? I know they probably paid more than $1 or $2 for it, but I just didn't even know that, to be honest. And then when I looked at the dates, and I went, well, that's kind of the same time as playoff baseball. And if I got a choice between preseason or beginning of hockey season and October baseball, I'm probably leaning slightly towards playoff baseball, to be honest with you.
Well, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, I want to ask you about Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm a Cubs fan. PCA was at the All-Star break, probably, and maybe you can disagree here, but I would say he was like the top contender to win MVP over Shohei Ohtani in the National League. He was that good. He burst onto the scene. Had a terrible second half of the season. Now, I'm noticing when he's at the plate, he's just guessing on every pitch. And I noticed this going to the last 2 games. The crowd will, the Cubs fans can sense that PCA is struggling, so they start chanting PCA, try to get him going a little bit. It actually backfires because then he gets really confident and like he thinks he's got to hit a home run and he swings at everything. PCA is in a mental torture chamber. I, as a fan, am also in a mental torture chamber. How do we fix this? How do you fix a guy who has the talent but is so mentally broken? But then, like, when the fans try to encourage him, it almost, like, backfires because then he's like, oh, yeah, I do need to hit a home run here, and he swings at pitches in the dirt. It's very confusing. It's very frustrating. I don't know what to do, Ben.
I totally agree with you. When the Orioles came in and played the Cubs back right around the trade deadline, PCA and right around the first half, you're right. I mean, he was in the conversation to be the MVP. When you look at him, there's nothing he can't do on a baseball field. We always throw around 5-tool player all the time, but I mean, the real 5-tool players out there. He can beat you so many different ways with the defense, with the arm. He can hit the ball in the ballpark. Has he been scuffed in the second half? Yeah. But what I always take my mind back to is the kid's 23 years old. He's 23 years old and he's playing on this level right here. And yes, we look at what he did in the first half. It was an all-star and arguably one of the best players in the game. The game's caught up to him in some ways. And I do think, look, you guys have been to Wrigley a lot, and it is a special place. It is. And the crowd gets to roaring, man, and it gets your heart beat up as a young player, and you want to do more. You want to do more. And right now, what I see out of Pete Crow is he's just expanding the zone a little bit too more. He's not selective at the plate. And as a pitcher, look, if I can get you out without throwing a strike, that's what I'm going to do, right? Early in the year, Pete Crow Armstrong was still very aggressive, but he was attacking ball over the plate. Now he's attacking just about anything. I feel like when he leaves the dugout, he starts to swing right now. But he's the guy that you got to plug in, you got to put in the lineup because he's a difference maker. And when I say a difference maker, he can win you a ball game with his legs. He can win you a ball game with his defense, with his arms as well. And if you're the Cubs fan, you hopefully he'll start to get some big base hits and find his way on base today. But look, he's going through a tough time. There's no doubt. And look, runs have been hard to come by in this series. You look at, I mean, we played 2 games. we got a total of 7 runs on the scoreboard total. I mean, that's it. I mean, runs are really hard to come by in this one. So it feels like it's going to come down to hitting with runners in scoring position. One big hit, one play made, one pitch made or not made. That's what's going to separate this game tonight.
Ben, we were talking earlier about how fun it is still to hate the Yankees, even though they've kind of fallen into what the Red Sox used to be. A little small example of that, not a lot of recent success. But I realized in this break that I think my Yankees hatred started in the Orioles-Yankees ALCS with Jeffrey Mayer, where he robbed that home run. What was your perspective on that when that happened?
Yeah, I mean, I remember sitting at home watching that play, and look, if you go back, I mean, of course, I've worked with Jim Palmer. Y'all know Jim Palmer, and he tells me all the Oriole-Yankee history and the rivalry of all that. So, and of course, New York is so close to Baltimore, and that's the team that everybody always wants to beat, is the Yankees. And the reason why is they got more world championships than anybody do, and of course, they spend a lot of money, and they got one of the top payrolls in baseball every year. And so it's easy. The Yankees are a kind of team, kind of like the Cowboys, right? You're going to either really like them or you really don't like them, one or the other, And I honestly, looking at the Yankees, because I saw them at the end of the year this past year, I really felt like they had a chance to make a serious run in this thing. I think they're a different kind of team, too. It's the number one offense in baseball. They can really, really play. But the Boston Red Sox have given the Yankees fits this year. And, of course, they won game 1. The Yankees fought back, yesterday and won game 2. And so they got a game 3 as well. But I don't think it's a big surprise what's going on in New York right now because the Boston Red Sox have certainly had the Yankees number for sure.
Ben, do you have a read on tonight's games between obviously Yankees, Red Sox, and then Cubs? What are you thinking?
I really like the Cubs tonight. I think Jameson Taillon, who is starting for the Cubs, has been really good. He spent some time on the IL, but you go back and look at his last 6 starts, man, he has been really, really hot. The Padres are going to run Hugh Darvish out there, who is obviously a little bit older, played 3 years here in Chicago for the Cubs, has been a wonderful pitcher. But he's been nicked up a lot this year, and when he has pitched, it's not been the typical Hugh Darvish at the age that he's at right now. So you got to lean on the Cubs tonight, starting pitching-wise. But again, we're to the time of the season now where as soon as the starter begins to get in a little bit of trouble, teams are going to the bullpen. And back to the bullpen situation, I feel like the Cubs bullpen is in a little bit better shape than what the Padres bullpen is in.
And the Guardians and Tigers, what's your read on that?
Yeah, we know about the Tigers and the Guardians were, 15 and a half games out. No chance of making the playoffs. I think going into September, Fangraphs had the Guardians with about a 2% chance of making the playoffs. They make this incredible run. And what was weird about this year was the Tigers, if you guys remember last year, that made this incredible run the final 6 weeks of the season to get into postseason play. It was the Guardians that did it to the Tigers this year in this one. And again, a ballpark that's can be tough to score some runs in, and this is what we see in October baseball, playoff baseball. Runs are hard to come by. I can't get a feel for who's going to take game 3 of that series at all. It just feels like as good as Cleveland has been, as hot as they've been as of late, I think they probably win that series.
Ben, we were talking off air. How many, you said you called about 140 baseball games this year? Today's going to be the last one, off season around the corner. What are we looking forward to?
Man, T-Bob, look, I woke up, yesterday morning was October 1st, and that's the opening day of bow season in the state of Mississippi where I hunt. And I woke up and my trigger finger was itching a little bit. That's how I knew it was bow season. And that's how I knew it was time to do something else. So I'm going to enjoy this final game today, and I'm going to ride my tail off into the sunset, and I'm going to go hide in the woods for about 3 or 4 months until we get to do it all over again.
There we go.
Hell yeah, Ben. You're the absolute man. Go Tigers, national champs. Hey, tell Lynn Rollins I said I love him, and I miss him next time you see him. But have a great call today, man, and thank you so much for waking up with us.
Hey, I always love hopping on with you guys. You guys take care.
Thanks,
yes,
Ben.
sir.
See you, Ben.
Good to talk to you,
Ben
man.
McDonald, the guy just oozes charisma.
Love that guy.
The only thing I'm upset
Great
about.
flat top.
That's what I was saying. The only thing I'm upset about is that he put on his hat because there's just not a better flat top in all of sports media. I think in all of media, actually.
Yeah, I would say
fair.
just in sports in general, best flat tops, Ben McDonald, Chris Mullin.
Yep. There you go. That's the list.
Chris Mullin looked like a cop.
God.
Still does.
What a pure shot.
Wow, it's been a while since we had a flat top, huh?
It has.
Yeah.
We need a more.
We
We
need
need a new flat top guy.
Ben's son was a pretty good college baseball player, and he rocked the flat top as well.
Zion would look good with a flat top.
Oh, yeah. Old school, like house party type flat top?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude. All right, more Wake Up Barstool closing out hour 1 right here on FS1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. So the Cleveland Browns in the headlines recently. I believe they're preparing to start their 42nd quarterback on Sunday when Dylan Gabriel starts.
How many presidents have we had?
Tim Couch. Is this 40? Well, does Trump
45.
still count as 45?
45, really.
But does
45.
Trump's
No, because he's
45.
47?
twice and Grover Cleveland
Also twice.
also twice, so we're at 45.
But they give them different numbers.
Yeah, so we're at 45, 42.
Was Biden 46?
No, he
Yes,
was way older
but he
than
was the
that. He was
44.
way older than that. He was in his 70s at least.
So yeah, we're almost to a number of United States presidents.
In a way quicker timeline, too, since 1999. So Dylan Gabriel's going to start, and this caused a lot of drama. And one of the pieces was this bit that with Rex Ryan talking about, going after Shedeur Sanders, right? Just like, this kid's missing something, blah, 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 blah. And, Shedeur Sanders, people are saying what you're about to watch, is perhaps in part as a response to Ryan and others. But Shedeur was asked about the Dylan Gabriel start, and here's what he had to say. So your audio is not messed up, guys. This is the actual audio from the clip.
Sick haircut.
I guess what do you think you have to show to the coaches just to have that belief in you that you can be ready?
Okay.
So as you can see there, he
What's the problem?
he went full mime.
What's the problem? Mime time.
Mime time.
His dad was prime time. Mime time. Listen, he can't exist. If he says something wrong, talks about himself being the QB1, Rex Ryan's going to be like, this guy's immature, he's talking out of school. If he doesn't say anything, Rex Ryan's going to be like, this guy is immature, he's not saying anything. Guy can't exist. It's honestly sad what we're trying to do to this kid. He's just trying to, go out there, do things the best of his ability. That said, this is like one step above in terms of maturity. Just repeating everything that the reporter asked him. Playing the copying game. He should do that next time. Good luck to the Browns.
I'm rubber and you're glue.
Yeah.
He starts doing that with all of his criticism. I don't get it. I think that was my reaction watching the video. Is like, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't understand what he's trying to do. I don't understand the point of it. I feel very old watching it. I'm like, is there a demographic that's like, hell yeah, we got him. Like, good job, Shedeur. You really stuck it to the man there. Like, I don't know. I'm just like so confused by the whole thing.
Jer, how would you feel if your quarterback was miming?
I wouldn't like it, but I kind of feel bad for him a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rex Ryan's like, oh, you got to be in the front of the room and first row. I mean, every clip he's in the front row. He's doing what he has to
work
do.
his ass off, yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel bad for him.
I also think that if you're letting Rex Ryan get in your head, you've already lost.
Yeah.
Like, Rex has a TV show. You're in the league. You're playing quarterback right now. If you're overly concerned with Rex Ryan's criticisms about you, I don't think that you're ever going to be QB1.
I think as far as like just execution of the mimery, it was fantastic. Like, he was engaging. You could kind of see what he was saying. He had that wonderful 1,000-watt Shedeur Sanders smile on the entire time.
He's got a great smile.
Did anybody read his lips? Is he actually saying something?
I'm not good enough at
it
reading
just
lips.
gibberish?
Well, okay, so maybe that's a credit to his execution. I just assumed that he was actually saying things, but I can't read lips well enough.
What's the trick if you want to stop somebody from reading? You just say watermelon over and over.
Is that so?
Watermelon looks like you're saying different words nonstop. Yeah, this I don't really understand what he's going for here. I think he kind of panicked. I don't think this was premeditated. He just got in front of the mic and he was like, I'm just going to do the mime.
How many questions can you answer miming before you can be like, I was just joking, guys, whatever, I'll answer. Like, I think after 2, you're committed.
I think, in for a penny, in for a pound. You can't, like, a mime never breaks its silence. Once you start the mime interview, you can't suddenly be like, sorry, guys, that was a bit.
Big T, you're saying if you were doing the interview, you would have just kept going. You would have made this like an hour-long interview just to
I'm just
call
saying
his bluff. That, like, at some point you're going to say something.
Yeah,
I'm just going to keep asking you questions.
Maybe, because if you realize it's a bad idea, though, once you've done 2, you're the mime now. Like, it's over.
Is there an alternate cam of the reporters?
No, I wish there was.
I wish there was. That'd be incredible.
I would have started just miming back at him.
Yeah.
And seeing if he could understand the questions that I was asking.
That's good. I like
A little
that.
tit for tat. All right, guys. Well, shout out Cleveland. Quarterback situation. Very healthy, very normal. And in no way a curse that has sunken the entire franchise for multiple decades. Hour 2 of Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Check it out, guys. If you're enjoying the show, tell your friends about it. Tell your enemies about it. Text your mom, text your dad, text your boyfriend's mom or dad. Text Big T's, parents as well. Let everybody know about Wake Up Barstool, your new favorite morning sports show. Right now, it is once again time for one of our favorite segments that we do every Thursday here. As we've established, PFT has quite the pipeline of third graders.
Yes, I do.
And he's just got a bunch of them to pull from, right? And kind of pick their brains a little bit.
They're inquisitive. The children are our future.
Yeah, exactly. And PFT is invested in our future. So every week, he tasks these third graders with coming up with some great sports questions for us. And so, PFT, what have they got for us today?
We got some good ones this week, T-Bob. So yeah, let's kick it to them. They wrote in, shout out to all the third graders across America who have a thirst to know more about sports. This question is from Carrie in Paw Paw, West Virginia. Site of an excellent nudist colony out there, might I add.
Oh, in Paw Paw?
In Paw Paw, West Virginia, yep.
Paw Paw.
Yeah, bring your own towel. Who is your biggest sports enemy? Who's your biggest sports enemy? They want to know. Everybody on this panel.
I mean, this is a weird one for me because I end up kind of really respecting this guy in a lot of ways, but I've also never suffered at the hands of a man like I suffered at the hands of Nick Saban.
Yeah.
You know, losing a 21-0 national championship where it felt like you spent your entire life climbing this mountain, and then right till you get to the top, he kicks you down, he kills your dog, and then everybody celebrates him for it.
Would he know your name, T-Bob?
No. You know, those football coaches generally have some things like locked in like that.
Yeah.
Like I think he would have a vague notion, but no, I have spent infinitely more time thinking about, like, it's
That's
the
a true
classic.
enemy. Yeah.
It's the Mad Men, like, I don't even think about you at all.
Yeah, but that's what makes him a true enemy.
Yeah.
You worry about him, you think about him all the time.
All the time.
Would you want him to know? Like, would you want him as he's ripping your heart out to be consciously thinking of you? You know, like, isn't it better that he doesn't know you?
No.
You want him to know you.
I need him to at least have name recognition.
Okay.
Like say one fact about me.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he played O-line. Like it could be that simple.
Yeah.
If I don't even have that, if I don't even occupy a modicum of gray matter, not even a cell of gray matter, then I am nothing.
I don't want my enemies to know me. Because that just makes it worse. That's just like it's. Not only are you destroying me, but you are consciously thinking of me as you're doing it. That would hurt a little bit more.
Move in silence. He might recognize your butt.
He could. Look, I got
so much film. Yeah.
I got a big dumper.
Yeah.
I mean, this is true, dude. I got a fat ass. I don't know if Nick Saban appreciates that. I do respect you, though, Coach. Like, all love now that you're gone, and I hope Alabama's terrible forever, but I wish you would have never left Baton Rouge.
Any other sports enemies?
Yeah. Now that he's out of the league, a lot less, and respect to him, but Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I feel like if it wasn't for him, Steelers would probably have 2 or 3 more Super Bowls. But another thing is, it's a kind of a long story, so I don't want to get into it, but...
Get into it.
Okay, so...
Yeah, we got time. To be clear, we got time here in this segment.
The year after the Patriots won the Super Bowl, they opened with the Steelers. Patriots were at home, and Steelers got blown out. I mean, it was like 35-3. Before the game, my coworker, who was a Patriots fan at the time, had me drive with him to Gillette Stadium. He was like 70 years old. And he got us tickets. We drove to Gillette. It was like a 4.5-hour drive. We didn't eat anything on the way there. When we got there, he's like, oh, we're going to go to the tailgate. I was wearing my Steelers gear. They denied me food.
No.
Yes.
Wait,
so it gets worse.
what?
It gets worse than that. We go to the game. We're getting blown out. I mean, at the end of the game, he's like, don't worry. We'll go to a different tailgate. They'll hook you up. I'll make sure you eat, you know. We go, and you're going to ask, why didn't you eat there? I just didn't think of it. You know, so locked into the game. You know, didn't even get food. After the game, we leave, walk into the tailgate. We go. I'm getting laughed at. I go to the pizza thing, and I'm like, just want one slice of pizza. Laughed at me, didn't get any pizza. The worst part about it, he was so drunk, I had to then drive him back to New Jersey.
Oh my God!
So that's been
why
on my
he's
mind
Tom Brady.
for a long time.
Wow.
Well, bro, these are. I mean,
Patriots fans in general.
Yeah, okay, see, these are the exact Boston fans I was talking about earlier, dude. Look, I know the Yankees may be the greater evil. I don't know.
They signed great paychecks,
true, dude.
Boston fans.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But I respect him now, Brady.
It's
you know?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your answer, PFT?
Do I know a Boston? Is there like a Boston fan that we do on the show? Is there a Boston fan on this show?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. Phew, that'd be really awkward.
I was thinking about Bill Simmons.
Okay,
Size
perfect.
Paycheck. Sister Jean, probably my sports enemy.
Same.
Sports enemy. That's yours? I
Same.
stole yours?
Well, she beat us.
Yeah, she did. She retired.
Yeah.
She walked. Well, she left the game.
She left the game,
She
yeah.
walked away
On her own terms.
On her own terms, riding off in the sunset. Congrats to Sister Jean. But yeah, just constantly kicking my ass.
Yeah. Mine's probably Mason Miller at the moment. I'd probably have to pick him. Yeah.
Well, at least you won't have to see him today.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're
hopefully
gonna
not.
see him today. I think we're gonna.
You think you're gonna see him
We're
today?
gonna see him today. Yeah.
Wow.
I think he'll pitch.
All right, what do we got next? Which third grader's up next?
PFT, will you give Jerry $1,000 if he can name a Taylor Swift song? Any Taylor Swift song?
Fuck.
Yes. My answer is yes. I will give Jerry $1,000 right now if he can name any Taylor Swift song.
One.
I'm gonna give you 15 seconds, Jerry.
When does the
Taylor
timer
Swift
start?
The timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Starts now.
Jerry, just one song.
Just
baby.
name any Taylor
any
Swift
song.
song.
Just one Taylor Swift song.
$1,000.
Come on, JJ.
You got this.
Come on, Jerry.
You got this,
Come on,
brother.
Jerry.
There's a lot of.
And that's 15 seconds, Jerry. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say like love or something like that.
That would have been
Well,
50% correct.
Wait,
there's
You can't
Is it-
take a timeout.
no. He took his
What?
one time out.
What?
There is lover, right?
Yeah, there's
And
love.
he
Story.
said you just didn't hear the R at the end.
There's love story.
How many songs does she have? Probably a million, right?
I think a new album's coming out today or something. Big T, what were you telling me? What is your wife doing? Or
Oh,
fiance
my
doing right now?
fiance has been combing Reddit for poorly recorded leaks of the album.
Which comes out.
Tonight, if she could just wait like 12 hours. She's been listening to like recordings of a CD that someone found in Target that wasn't supposed to be out yet.
I love that. It's like watching preseason film. Like back
yeah.
in the day, you had to really try to find.
So
your
at
item.
5:30 this morning when I woke up for this show, she was like, "Is Gallatin Road, is that in Nashville?" I was like, "Why are you asking me this?" She go, "Well, it's in the new song." Yeah.
Does Taylor Swift write she writes all of her own music?
I think most of it.
Because people treat it like it's like a giant, like breadcrumb trail with all sort of hidden meaning.
Are they ever
mysteries
right
to
about
be
this
solved.
stuff? Because wasn't she supposed to do the
It's-
Super Bowl based on some of this
Right. I think sometimes they're right,
stuff? Okay.
but
Yeah, what's
Well-
the hit rate on the Taylor Swift connecting the dots from
I think
the
it's
Swifties?
like the same as
20%?
people
Yeah.
predicting the apocalypse.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Bad Bunny's gonna be awesome, but I heard that somebody told me that Taylor Swift didn't do it because the NFL wouldn't give her like the rights to the performance.
Yeah, disgusting move by the NFL.
Well, isn't that just kind of crazy though by the NFL?
What does that mean? Rights to the performance? I don't understand that.
Like, so she had that whole battle with Scooter Braun where they had all the rights to her music, so she had to re-record it, and then all of her fans had to listen to hers instead of the old version because she didn't own them anymore. So I think she wanted to own the performance.
Yeah.
And the NFL said, no, that's ours.
So she can't have somebody in the crowd record her and just have the video?
That's a great point.
No, it's the same way that I don't think you could do that at a football game, right? And then if you were to put that, you remember the old warning before every football
okay,
broadcast, right?
express written consent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
it may not be redistributed or blah blah blah.
does this mean we're gonna get a Taylor Swift album about Roger Goodell? We're gonna get songs about Goodell like we got about.
That's what the breadcrumbs are saying.
Jake
That's what
Gyllenhaal?
the breadcrumbs are saying.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that, Taylor. I would listen to that album. Jerry, you got to learn a Taylor Swift song. $1,000.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
could have
not-
had $1,000.
Shake it off. Remember?
I just there's one in my head that I don't know the name to.
Sing it.
No.
Chestnut.
No. It's
I love.
Can I look at my phone for a second?
I love. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
I love the Christmas song, by the way, Jerry. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Chestnut.
it's a song about a breakup with Taylor Swift.
Okay, that's
Okay,
That was
yeah.
popular. It was popular like in like
I know this one.
2012
I know this
or
one.
13.
You've nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That should
I've
count.
heard this one too.
I'm gonna find it.
we have one more question for a third grade here. What we got? This comes from Sammy in Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Love story. Sorry.
love story. Yep, that would have counted.
What is the real life equivalent of accidentally dropping the ball at the 1 yard line? Oh, God.
Yeah, A.D. Mitchell did it last week. Jonathan Taylor did it last year.
You know-
Sean Jackson did it like 6 times a year. It was this thing. He hated running over that goal line with the ball.
Tyrann Mathieu did it one time in college, and they let him get away with it, actually. I was very pleased.
Yeah.
Jerry, would you say this is kind of like missing out on $1,000 because you couldn't name one Taylor Swift
Yeah, but
song?
I really wasn't even that close. I don't know.
I think I don't know if it's exactly right, but it is top of the mind for me. Last night, pulling in my driveway, just a little tired, a little zoned out, and I ruined the side of my car in my own mailbox.
Oh, no.
I mean, just absolutely gashed it all the way down the minivan, both doors, tip to tail, just deep gouges, just probably like a couple $1,000 just out of nowhere.
Wow.
That's at the one.
At the one, I'm at the driveway. It was an hour 15 commute home. I'm freaking tired.
Got to finish the drive.
And then I gotta get out the car. And like, I'm like, oh, hey, family. I'm in a great mood right now.
I think for me, it's going to bed, getting in bed, and then realizing I left my phone in the basement.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a bad feeling. And then sometimes you're like, well, I'm gonna need that battery tomorrow.
I don't need a phone tomorrow.
That's too
fine,
many
dude.
steps.
I had yesterday at the Cubs game, one of the guys I was at the game with, I said goodbye to 3 times, then we walked the same direction. So it was the same sort of thing, is that you kind of were, you feel good about the social interaction. You're like, all right, see you, man. You fist bump, and then you both walk the same way. We got outside the stadium. I was like, all right, good to see you, man. Fist bump. And then we both walked the same way again. And I was like, oh, my God. I'm in hell right now.
Did you acknowledge it? Because normally
we did.
I'll kind of chuckle and be like,
We did.
Looks like we're on the same way.
But that came to mind because, it's a similar, you spend 3 hours with someone and then you can't stick the goodbye, really.
Yeah, that's tough.
Fumbled on the one.
Jerry, you got anything? Anything blue collar?
No, my mind is going to like something that I shouldn't say in the episode.
Oh, you don't have a condom? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if that was okay for TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a girl invite, like you go to their, like, oh, we're gonna come over, we're gonna have fun, and then you go and like, hey, I don't got one either.
Hey, but you know what that means? Feet are still in play.
Feet are always in play.
Let's go, dude.
How'd you read my mind though? Cool.
Well, no, well, here's what I actually thought. I thought
was
Jerry,
impressive.
I thought where your mind was going to go was going to be like, it's not working. And then I said, I'll clean it up for Jerry and just do.
No, actually, it was a clean version.
Okay, all right, there you go. Big condom guy.
That's scary.
Big T, do you have an answer here?
No, don't come to tea. I don't have a good one.
Okay, perfect.
I mean,
That was
that's
one.
it. That was it right there. Being on a national sports talk show,
sure, yeah.
having the ball thrown to you, and
could
saying,
work,
I don't have anything.
Fair enough.
All right, now it is time let's head over into Mark Titus's brain. As every single week we break down our America's Team Power Rankings, okay? These are the people you love to cheer for. Mark, what's the list look like?
Everybody in America is cheering for these teams except PFT, avert your eyes for number 5.
all right.
Number 5, you don't want to see
Averted.
this. Number 5, the Virginia Cavaliers.
Oof.
I think the field storm captivated the country. We don't
Think
know
it's
much.
cool to trample a kid.
We don't know much about Virginia football. Why would you? Virginia football's been irrelevant for a very long time. But I feel like Friday night standalone game, T-Bob, that helps.
Awesome.
That helps. They weren't competing with Penn State, Oregon, or whatever else. If you're watching football, you were watching Virginia versus Florida State, the best field storm of all time. And listen, I know that the Virginia students aren't exactly. You meet some Virginia alums, and you're like, maybe not people that I want to grab a beer with all the
Like
time.
Chris Long?
Yeah. Maybe not the best people to get a beer with, but football fans, they have not seen a lot of success through the years. They finally get a big upset. This is kind of like a program win for them, and I have a little soft spot for Virginia football moving forward, just because of the field storm. It was
You
so
just
good.
like Virginia basketball.
I do like Virginia basketball
Yes.
as well. I like Tony Bennett a lot. He's gone though, so I needed something. And the field storm won me over. It won me over. It was the most satisfying thing I think I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. The way I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
It's
They
unbelievable.
trampled Squirrel White.
They did trample a squirrel.
Roadkill.
They trampled a squirrel.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That was a objectively very, very pleasing field storm to watch.
Yeah.
Game, but yeah.
And the game was awesome.
And they're underdogs against Louisville. So like Virginia football's ranked again, and then immediately they're right back to being an underdog against Louisville.
Yeah, and I'm kind of fading the Cavaliers.
Yeah,
so maybe they can prove me wrong. Jalen Morris was awesome last week. His legs were the difference.
At number 4, Cam Scatterboo. In a world of guardian caps and ambiguous targeting calls and concussion protocols and all the things that make modern football, that make men of a certain age lose their mind watching modern football, enter one Cam Scatterboo who is just CTE personified. That's the way this guy plays football. Yeah. It's unbelievable. The New York Giants should not matter. We should not pay any attention at this point in the season. And he is captivating the country. Now Jackson Dart, maybe they found their quarterback, but he's unbelievable to watch the way he just puts his head down and tries to run through everybody.
Yeah, I can't help but root for him when he's got the ball. It's so much fun to watch. And him and Jackson Dart, I said that they're Timon and Pumbaa on a football team.
Oh my God,
yeah,
that is so good.
That's great.
I love watching how they interact, how fired up they get for each other, because they're both. And by the way, Brian Daboll, he's got to be the happiest guy in the world because he's like, I might not get fired.
You think he's not going to get fired still?
Well, the vibes are great right now.
Vibes are
really good.
And
Malik blowing out his knee was kind of a.
That is true.
That was a bit of a wet blanket in some ways, but.
But even if the Giants don't win, I think Cam Scatterboo is fun enough for those fans that they're like, I'm having a good time.
The Giants fans are in an infinitely better place with Dart coming online and now getting to watch Scatterboo. That's completely fair.
At number 3 on America's Team Power Rankings, the Miami Marlins. And you're saying to yourself, the Marlins are not in the playoffs. Why Marlins? But this doesn't make any sense, Mark. Makes sense of this for me. I don't know if you were watching the Yankees Red Sox the last 2 nights. There's been a man in an orange jersey sitting behind home plate named Marlins Man.
He's a Marlins man?
He has been around baseball for over a decade now, I think. It's gone on for way too long. And the reason I put the Marlins at number 3 is because I think America needs to cheer for the Miami Marlins so the Miami Marlins can make the playoffs. So Marlins Man can go to Marlins games and we can stop turning on Yankees Red Sox games and seeing the dude in the orange visor turn sideways. I'm sick of seeing Marlins Man. I want Marlins Man out of my life and I want him to just go back to where he belongs, which is Miami.
You're making it about Marlins Man. He's not trying to make it about himself. This is a you problem, Mark. Marlins Man is
I need to get over
just
this.
there as an abject fan of the game. He's just rooting for the sport of baseball. He's drawing attention to
If the
baseball.
Marlins get good, he will stop going to random series and turning his visor sideways.
It sounds like he has a kind of an interesting story to him. PFT, y'all should have him on on PFT and see if you can uncover kind of what Marlins Man's all about.
I think we're gonna let Marlins Man chill for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
You had Marlins Man on PMT 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Like 9 years ago he was.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Fun fact about Marlins.
That was a lifetime. Why? How is he still? That's what I'm saying. How is he still doing that? How is this still a thing when you're watching Red Sox?
Marlins Man was here before us. He'll be here long
It's
after
crazy.
we're gone. Marlins Man will never stop going to games. The fun thing about Marlins Man, he has like 13 Maine Coon cats. Like giant.
Whoa, the giant ones.
Giant cats. And he's got like 13 of them that just roam around his condo or his house in Miami. I went up I went up there one time with him when he was giving me all sorts.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he took me upstairs.
What did you say? You're like, man, that's a lot of Mancoons.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say what I was just about to say, but it's a different word for cat. It was an interesting experience. But listen, Marlins Man, he's part of baseball. Marlins Man should be America's team.
Does he have a litter? How does the litter box situation work with? I mean, one cat's enough. 13 Mancoons.
I think you just use the toilet. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Number 2 on the America's Team Power Rankings, the European Ryder Cup team. Going into the Ryder Cup, we've been talking about the Ryder Cup for weeks now. The Ryder Cup team has been a staple of the America's Team Power Rankings. And it dawned on me, when Rory McIlroy said America's the best country in the world heading into the Ryder Cup, I thought, yeah, we are.
It was a great quote,
right.
dude. It was a great quote.
We are. And then, you start peeling back the layers of the Ryder Cup and you realize that Team USA was playing for money, Team Europe was playing for their cup. What's more American than having the sense of patriotism and playing for the greater good? Also, they won. And we are winners in America.
Yep.
So, I thought Team Europe represented America pretty well at the Ryder Cup, and for that reason, I put them at number 2.
Melting pot, camaraderie.
That's right.
Different backgrounds all coming together.
Rory lives in Arizona, right?
Yep.
John Rahm went to ASU.
That's right.
Sepp Straka is an American. Like the team is half American.
It's an American team.
Look,
yeah.
Good job, America.
It was in New York. New York was built on Europeans.
That's what they said. Yeah, that's what
yeah.
Europeans reminded us. It was built on Europeans. So we won the Ryder Cup, and that was awesome. So that was a very fun experience.
Shout out to us.
Shout out to Team Europe, America's team, number 2. And then at number 1, returning to the America's team power rankings, the Detroit Lions. The Lions lost to Lambeau Field to start the season. I was concerned about the excitement of this season of the Detroit Lions because they lost both coordinators, as we know. They still have the weapons, but what is it going to look like? Are they going to be fun? Last week we did the quick Ryder Cup preview, and the Lions, I didn't get a chance to talk about them, but the game against the Ravens, the Lions announced that we are not only going to be good at football, we are going to be very, very fun still. We don't need Ben Johnson to be fun. The Razzmatazz has not left Detroit. We have trick plays out the wazoo. They are so fun to watch. They are such a joy to watch. I'll admit it, I was down on the Lions to start the season. I was worried that I wouldn't be excited for the Detroit Lions. And I'm all the way back on the Lions, not only being good, but being fun and being must-watch TV.
Yeah.
Razzmatazz and Wazoo, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I agree. I love watching the trick plays. I like the laterals that they built in. I like Amon-Ra
The fourth down
Brown.
play against the Ravens where they handed the ball vertically to Gibbs. Was it Gibbs? Or was it David Montgomery? And then he runs the option.
I think
it was Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I think it was St. Brown.
Hutchinson looks great again.
Yeah.
And again, that's the thing about Dan Campbell, man. He is, you know how back in the day you hear about like warrior monks or like warrior scholars? Like he is pure meathead, but then he does balance it with like offensive, like a ton of intelligence, both like schematically and emotionally. Like he really is the perfect modern day NFL coach in my mind.
I like that. The warrior, what did you call it? A scholar?
Like the warrior scholar or like a warrior monk.
Yeah, like Wu-Tang Clan personified as a coach.
Exactly. Yes,
Like,
Dan Campbell.
Wu-Tang Dan.
Wu-Tang Dan. All right, coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool, we got another Big Tease, as well as Big Tease. And Jersey Jerry's been in the lab, staying up late at night with another thought-provoking 2 a.m. question. So keep it locked right here on FS1. We got more Wake Up Barstool. Right now, it is time to go to our man in the corner. That's right, Big Tease. So every single week, he put together a massive tease for you to play on Saturday. It's already hit 3 times.
3 and 2. Last week we lost on one leg, and I said going into it, I was scared of FSU going to Charlottesville. Moved it to +3.5. Still loses in overtime. No more weeknight road favorites.
I hated that one last week, Big T, because the first leg lost, and then I spent the rest of my weekend looking at everything
now
and everything else.
Maybe what I can only take solace in. Maybe there were a few people who missed the Friday game, put in the rest of the Big Tees, and they won.
Yeah.
So. Whatever. I knew it was scary. We're not doing road favorites on weeknights anymore. That's out.
Okay.
This week, we're going to start on Big Noon Kickoff. Michigan -6.5 at home against Wisconsin.
Love it.
Also at 11 a.m. Central on Saturday, Navy -2.5 against Air Force in a Service Academy game. Alabama -2.5 at home looking for revenge against Vanderbilt. Under 63.5 in the game of the week, Miami, Florida State. Also, another under 52.5, Texas going to Gainesville, Florida.
Okay.
And then Cal +10.5 at home against Duke. If you have not watched Jaron Kiawe Sagapulotele play quarterback, you should do that late night on Saturday. One of the most exciting freshmen in the country.
What kind of flyover do you think we're getting for Navy Air Force?
I mean, it's at the Naval Academy, so gotta be like yeah.
It's at Navy, so
What do you think?
Is that an F-15?
Top Gun.
We're gonna-
Top Gun.
We're gonna go F-18s on this one.
Got it.
Hornets,
Cool.
the Super Hornets.
Nice.
In formation, low buzz.
What would be your dream flyover?
B-21, brand new. It's only made 2 flights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is this a bomber?
Yes, the upgrade version of the B-2. Yeah.
What is it?
This is
This is like a castle in the
Is this
sky?
week 4 or week 5 of me asking for visual help with these planes?
Just imagine
At
death.
some point.
Just imagine what death looks like.
Okay.
That's what a B-21 is, yeah.
Guys, they did ask me to say if there's one we're scared about this week.
Yeah.
I guess if Arch Manning and DJ Lagway figure it out and score a few points, but
Both those
I don't
defenses
see.
are so
And
good.
Florida's defense loves to play football. I don't know how still, because their offense just doesn't do a thing for them. But they still go out there and play.
They are firmly not giving up.
Yeah.
This defense has not. They've been great. I love that. So, guys, what's the payout on that again?
That is plus 337 this week.
There you go, boys. Big Tease, Big Tease. Now it's time for my other favorite segment of the week, which is Big Tease, Big Tease, where Big T lets you know the best teas to be on the lookout for.
So this week, first tee we're looking at is Tuscaloosa. Vanderbilt not hosting. They're in a game that has College game day in Tuscaloosa. Only a 10-point underdog going to Alabama. I think that's the best marker you could have of Vanderbilt's program, that they're going to Alabama, only a 10-point underdog. Bama looking a lot better recently, looking for revenge from that embarrassing loss in Nashville last year. So that's a game to look out for this week. Alabama Vandy, Diego Pavia. If he wins that game,
that's insane.
I mean, a legend.
I mean, I kind of think that Alabama rolls here a little bit, dude.
They're not going to get snuck up on again this year. Like I think where Bama runs into problems is teams that can sneak up on them. Like if next year, if they play Florida State, Alabama's beating Florida State.
Yeah.
They learned their lesson 1 year late. I don't think that. I would love to see Vandy win, and I think that. What were you saying yesterday, Big T? That like if an Alabama coach, it should be in their contract. That if they lose to Vanderbilt,
it should be in any SEC coach's contract. If you lose to Vanderbilt twice, that's an automatic termination for cause.
Fired.
For cause. Yeah,
I think
no
that's fair.
buyout.
Yeah.
Can I do a little T inside your big T?
Absolutely.
And shout out Ty Simpson, who was supposed to be garbage this year. And
Playing
Heisman. It's
The highest rated
Second-
passer.
barely
The highest
October.
rated passer
Barely
in the SEC.
October, but he's in the Heisman conversation.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Yeah.
Even
Martin,
with
Tennessee.
a terrible game one, highest rated in the SEC. I mean, like you said, PFT, not going to get snuck up on. If you look at last year's Vandy-Alabama game, Alabama kind of dominated on a play-to-play basis, but Vandy held on to the ball for like 42 minutes.
That's their
going to be
equalizer.
tough to.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to replicate. I'm going to be cheering my ass off for Pavia, but I think Tuscaloosa looms a bit too large here.
Yeah, we'll see. Second tee of the week, trap. Not the play, T-Bob. We're not pulling.
Hell yeah.
Trap games. Texas going to Gainesville, Florida, a team everybody's written off. Texas hadn't played anybody since we saw them against Ohio State. They played, I think, Sam Houston and UTEP and whoever else. I mean, this is their first test since we've seen them in week one. And Florida's defense is still playing hard. Like we said, can they only 6.5 or 7-point favorite? That's a dangerous, dangerous game for Texas, and if they lose that one, I mean, you're in trouble.
I love what you did right there. So disrespectful to Florida to call them a trap game, but I appreciate it. I respect it.
Is it? They're 1-3.
Yeah, they're 1-3, but I mean, like as a Tennessee guy, being like, yeah, Florida.
Florida in the swamp's a trap game.
I think they're a trap game for everyone they play the rest of the season.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Still a talented football team, just have not been able to put it together. I also have here.
Take over the trap.
Also have Texas Tech going to Houston. Texas Tech, everybody
Battle the
riding high on, but they're going into Houston. Willie Fritz has that ball club playing pretty well. I would not overlook that game either.
One of the 18 former Texas A&M quarterbacks that are starting for other
Connor
teams.
Wegman.
Connor Wegman down there in Houston. I for what it's worth, I think I like Texas Tech there simply because they put so much money in that front seven and the defense. What's the number?
I think it's 11.5.
No, I wouldn't touch that.
Okay.
So that's two Texas traps.
Yeah.
Texas traps.
That we probably could have gone with two T's there, but
3 T's.
Just the
two
one.
Texas traps.
wow. You're on it.
Yeah.
And Titus.
Dialed.
Last T, tradition. What a game we have this weekend. Ruined, I guess, slightly by Florida State's loss in Charlottesville, but Florida State, Miami. For a generation of football fans, this game has not been what it should be, really. I mean, even in my lifetime, I don't remember this game being what it was that y'all do. So this is the biggest FSU-Miami game we've had in, 15, 20 years?
Yeah, easily, right? It's like Bowden coming in
And if
early
Florida State
2000s.
hadn't lost last week, this would be, can't miss, must-watch television.
Remind me, what's the lore of this? Is it wide right? Is this the matchup?
Wide right is one of them, yes.
Florida State misses the kicks, right? I'm piecing it together.
I can't remember. I do remember wide right, though. And was it
I feel like
in
Florida State has
Tallahassee?
missed like 3 kicks to win the game wide right.
I think
Maybe
you're
not.
right.
I don't know.
I think
there's
you're
no
right.
way.
I know
There's
what
no
you're
way of knowing. There's
referencing,
no way.
but it's
no way.
before my time.
There's
Yeah.
no way of.
I don't know how we would even look
no
that up.
technology.
No, that'd be terrible.
What I love about this game is anytime these two schools are awesome, you have a very real threat of violence at the game. Like these are some out there fan bases. There's gonna be some fights in the crowd for sure.
Okay. Well, it's Big T. Excellent Big T's. I forgot. We also want to do Jersey Jerry's 2 a.m. thoughts. So, Jer, you were up late last night. You're exploring the universe through your mind. What have you got for us this week?
Well, this one comes up like once a week. It's like, okay, if you can know the truth about one conspiracy theory, what would it be? And I could start. Right off the bat, I want to know about celebrities selling their souls.
All right, let's talk about this because
yeah.
I feel like this is right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's some people that like, okay, for instance, I think there's some people here that are so much funnier than some of these celebrities.
Yeah.
That they just get the spotlight and they go on to be rich and famous.
Because they sold their soul.
Yeah, and you see them, the public humiliation they have to go through and whatnot. And it's like, is that part of it? Is there like a little spot in LA where it's like a basement and all these people are surrounded by like a fire and like the devil comes out and they're like, yeah, you got to do what we say now. You want to be rich and famous.
I watched Devil's Advocate recently, and the devil's a lawyer.
I think the funniest
High power attorney.
the funniest part about this is that Jerry is saying that like a lot of people aren't talented enough to make it, that they have to like sell their soul to the devil. But I think you're thinking about LeBron James in particular on this. If I were to guess, Jerry, you think that there's a lot of people like around here, like at Barstool, that could be better than LeBron James.
That are funnier than LeBron.
If I sold my soul to the devil.
Well, I mean, LeBron, in my mind, LeBron has something to do with this.
Okay.
But-
all right.
but-
Why aren't Nick and KB on the Lakers? Is what I'm asking myself.
Good question.
I feel like there's a lot of people. I don't want to name names, I don't want to go that far into it, but
So would you sell your soul?
it would. What would the stakes be? It would have
You
to.
100% would
Well, it
sell your
depends.
soul.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's take it.
Yeah, do you want to know the truth so you can participate, so you can get in there?
Where's the basement?
yeah.
Where's the basement?
I would have to see the stakes.
Jared, for money, you'd sell your soul for a $250 parlay if you were out of money.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you think a soul is worth?
A soul?
Yeah, what would you pay for it?
$5 million.
How much would you pay me for my soul? My soul is up for grabs.
You probably got a pretty good soul.
I mean, but I don't have
Saudi Arabia's
the
listening,
funds
let me
to
know.
afford it.
Well, you make me an offer.
If I was to get your soul,
Yeah.
$5 million.
Okay, done.
I don't have the money.
Oh, well then, yeah, deal's off. That's a big part about buying a soul. Also, what does the devil do with all this? Why is he?
No.
elected?
I don't think it's the actual devil. There's somebody behind it,
There's a guy
Okay.
or a woman.
or a woman.
Whoa.
Because I have thought about it. There's a name that
Girl boss.
huh?
Girl boss. What's
Yeah.
the name?
It's very progressive.
I don't know
of you,
if
Jerry.
Kris Jenner.
Okay. All right. Okay. Possibly.
Possibly.
She's collecting souls.
Could be.
How many does she have under her belt?
Hundreds. Maybe thousands.
So she just walks around and she's got souls.
Could be.
What do you do after you get all the souls?
I think you do what they tell you to do.
Okay, so then they control them.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's an interesting 2 a.m. thought.
Interesting.
What if I made you an offer right now for your soul?
Make me an offer. I'll tell you yes or no.
50 grand.
No.
No, Jerry.
No.
We can't.
No. I said no.
Okay, good. I'm
Jerry,
making sure.
cash.
No.
No.
Doesn't do it for me.
All right.
Under the table.
Coming up next, maybe we can ask Eli Drinkwitz if he thinks that celebrities sell their soul to devils. Maybe he did. Mizzou's really good.
Maybe.
Coach Eli Drinkwitz, Mizzou head coach, coming up next here at Wake Up Barstool. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool here on FS1 right now. It's my pleasure to be joined by one of the best coaches in all of college football, been kicking ass at Mizzou these last few years. Trajectory's up. I've never really got to hang out with him. Everybody says he's terribly funny. He described us as one of the least knowledgeable football-knowing groups on all of television. That's Coach Eli Drinkwitz.
By appearance, yeah.
Drink, what's up, brother? How we doing today?
Man, great to see y'all. Appreciate the opportunity to be on Barstool Sports, man. Awesome deal.
Hey, so we were talking in the last segment about a conspiracy theory that we wish that if we could choose one to know if it's true or not, which would it be? Do you have any conspiracy theories that you want to know the veracity of?
Yeah, I think landing on the moon is probably the one that I've got the biggest question marks about. And I think that would be a lie. That if that's true, what else could you believe? So I think that one's pretty interesting to me. I don't really, the JFK one to me, I think we're running out of time there. I think if there was more people involved, if you have a conspiracy at that high of a level, somebody's going to talk, right?
Yeah.
And, since nobody's talking, but the moon, that one's intriguing.
Yeah. The flag doesn't wave.
The flag. They did that on MythBusters back in the day.
Honestly, it's Orion's radiation belt that's the thing that bothers me. Have y'all actually seen what they had aluminum foil wrapped around a piece of pipe and sent people to the moon, and they said that blocked them from radiation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I don't know if that's going to cut it for me.
Hell yes, Coach. Hell yeah, man. All right, let's talk about your team a bit though here. Like I said, it's been an electric few years for y'all. There's a ton of competition in the SEC right now. How do you feel like Mizzou is stacking up where there could be 6 to 8 teams that we're talking about as potential playoff teams here?
Well, I think if you compete in the SEC, you're a potential playoff team. I mean, that's just the reality of it because you have to have such a high level roster to play week in and week out in this league. And I think that's what, we brag about the strength of the league all the time and people get tired of hearing about it. But when you lead the country or the nation in draft picks every year, it's so tough to win on the road because these environments are so electric. I think that's the thing that people don't really understand. When you look at the bottom half of our league, I mean, who's the easy out? Like that's what you just got to ask yourself. You can go around every other conference and say, okay, that's going to be a win. That's going to be a win. That's going to be a win. And then when you talk about the SEC, this weekend, Vanderbilt's going into Alabama and they got a legit chance to win that game because they have an elite level quarterback. They got a great defense. They have an identity of who they are. And you just don't see that in every other conference. As far as our team, we're going to find out a lot next week. I don't buy hype, so us being 5-0 is a good start. That's where we want it to be, but we're going to find out a lot about ourselves as we keep moving forward. I think we have 3 top 10 teams left on the schedule. I think we've got 2 more after that are ranked. So, I mean, 5 of our last 7 games are against ranked competition. And then we're going to go to Auburn, which Jordan Air Stadium is one of the toughest places to play in the world. So, there ain't no easy outs in the SEC.
Coach, thank God you guys have a bye this week because I'm pretty sure every college football coach that comes on this show loses their game the fall.
I wouldn't have came on.
I looked it up, T-Bob. It's not good. It's not good.
Okay, no, hold on.
It's not good.
Coach, flawed. It's like two coaches. Okay? So break the streak.
But they have a bye week, is what I'm saying. The people come on the show.
If y'all had that much knowledge and power, y'all wouldn't be doing Barstool. Y'all be professional gamblers and already made enough money to retire.
Well, no, it's that we're that stupid that when we talk to somebody, we fill their brain with the worst ideas ever, and then they forget how to coach. Yeah.
I do love that the college basketball tradition of coaches, like not even halfway through the season, already stumping for like we should be in the tournament or we should that has trickled over to college football now. It's like already starting to do the, our conference is strong, like we need this many bids. That's incredible. I love that.
You want to know why? Because college football has decided that instead of allowing, some sort of actual competition on the field to be involved, we decided, as Mike Leach completely and accurately described, we allowed a committee to decide. Yeah, a committee of people, which has always produced great results. As we can now sense, throughout the government, that committees are effective ways to make decisions. So we have beauty pageants instead of a football game. And, I talked about it at SEC Media Days. I still believe in this. we got to get back to figuring out who the best teams are on the field. I believe each conference should have play-in games and let those games decide who ultimately makes the playoffs. I think that's the best way to do it. I mean, I don't think anybody, the NFL is the most accurate model that we should all follow in professionalized sports. They play divisions. They play each other twice. That's the best team in that division. There's no doubt about it. And then, those teams makes the playoffs. You have 14 out of 32 teams make the playoffs. That's roughly 44%. We're talking about less than 10% in college football. We're asking fans for millions and billions of dollars to pay for players and stadiums. That's not sustainable if they don't see hope in their investment.
Coach, I saw Kyle Shanahan did a breakdown of NFL coaches that would win if they all got into a fight with each other. What's your take on that? How do you think you'd stack up in the SEC against some of the other big dogs they got?
Well, when Eddie O was in this league, I'd have said I got my ass kicked.
Yeah. Right.
Nowadays I'm not quite as sure. I'm not quite as sure how that thing would go. We got a wide age discrepancy within the SEC, and so and then you got guys that are really fluid. You got Lane with yoga. I'm not sure. He's in shape, but not sure how much strength there is in that. So I don't know. But I don't know that there's a clear-cut winner in the SEC without Ed O in this league.
Yeah.
I agree, Coach.
That's a good point.
How about this?
It's got to be. I mean, Venables has got to be up at the top.
He's a psycho.
Yeah. He's got a sharp chin. Very sharp chin. Coach, how about this? I want to say when a running back wins the Heisman, it's almost always in a year that ends with 5, okay? We're in 2025, and your running back, Ahmad Hardy, who you took from ULM, the Warhawks, shout out, Brian Vincent over there. Ahmad Hardy's been freaking incredible, dude. I mean, what has he meant to this year's Mizzou team?
Well, I think anytime you're breaking in so many new players and you're breaking in a quarterback, a running game is a quarterback's best friend, right? Like you see all these screw ups in the NFL and college football is they think, oh, you get a quarterback, we got to get him a wide receiver. No, you got to get him a run game.
Yeah,
right? You got to take the pressure off of him, and really that's what Ahmad has been to our team. He's just such a relief valve for our team. You can hand him the football, and then he's an energy giver. I mean, when you see him run through people's faces the way he does, I mean, it causes our defense to really come alive. So he's been an incredible presence in the locker room. He's such a great young man. You would love to have him on y'all's show. He's just a great interview. He's got a great spirit. He's tough as crap. I mean, his story from where he came from to what he's doing now is what college football should be about.
Oh, yeah.
And look, I don't know if he's going to win the Heisman or not. I mean, I'm not going to put that on him. We got a lot of football left. But I know he's one of the best running backs I've ever coached. And, I can list a group of guys from Jay Ajayi, Jeremy McNichols, Matt Days, Darrington Evans, Jalen Samuels, Nyheim Hines, Larry Roundtree, Tyler Beatty, Cody Schrader. Those all guys have played in the NFL, and this guy's as special as any of them.
Coach Eliah Drinkwitz, thank you so much, man. Coach Drink, you're the absolute man. Thank you. Best of luck to Mizzou. Kick Alabama's ass. I feel completely comfortable saying that. You have a great day, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity to be on. And what is it? Go Cubs, go?
Yeah, that's right.
Hell
There we
yeah,
go,
dude.
Coach.
Let's go. Let's go, Drink.
Need that.
The man. All right. When we get back, guys, it's time for another Kate Thursday Night Football roast. Kate undefeated on the season thus far.
Yeah. Yeah. She does well.
Wow.
Grab some coffee. Get ready to have some laughs. We love you. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Favorite time of every week, Kate, Thursday Night Football roast. What's up?
That's right, 4-0 guys, I'm getting hot. It's not just the grill, it's me too. And tonight, I've got the LA Rams crushing the San Francisco 49ers 30-18. Wow. And for the special occasion, I have some little 49ers nuggets on the grill. A fool's gold. Idiots. They should actually call themselves the 56ers tonight, since Vegas has them at +7. This is fun. The players have a tradition of running out of the tunnel entrance with a large boombox playing. I get it. That was cutting-edge technology the last time they won a Super Bowl. Hey, what do Vanilla Ice and the 49ers have in common? They peaked in the 90s and they both love to break. And they do love to break indeed. It's like they're under a dark spell with all those Niners injuries. Oddly enough, another member of the Ramily over at LA's famous Magic Castle was kind enough to give me the full list to read off. Oh my God, where's my list?
Where's the list?
Where's the list?
Where's the list?
Wait a minute, young man. What's that behind your ear? The Niners injuries? Oh my God.
Okay.
Brock Purdy, turf toe. Ben Barch, ankle. No. Robert Beal, ankle. Yetur Gross-Matos, knee. George Kittle. Bernardo Green, Kevin Gibbons, Juwan Jennings, Spencer Buford, Ricky Pearsall. Oh my God, Mark Mustafa. Oh, Jordan Watkins, Patrick Taylor, Trent Taylor, Tutel CJ West, Curtis Rourke, Nick Bosa, Trey Tomlinson, Andre Dillard, Jacob Robinson, Brandon Ayuk. Oh my God. Oh, Curtis Robinson.
What?
Oh my God. What the heck?
How did you do that?
How did you?
Wow, that was all in my ear.
That was all in your ear.
Wow.
It's no wonder they play at Levi's Jeans Stadium. Busting their butts on that old turf has left this team distressed, torn up, and high waist. Like the 4-year, $120 million extension for Ayuk when he's still on the PUP list. Woof. Seeing them try to button hook in the pocket has me in stitches. Sorry to belt this out, but these guys have no flair. Those are jean strokes.
Good pants.
The stadium isn't even near San Francisco, by the way. It's 40 miles south in a big, bland lot in Santa Clara. Nearest bar, 3 miles away. 2025 fan survey, worst stadium in the league. Then again, it's got to be tough to build anything cool at the bottom of a bay. You know what I mean? I was talking about all that earlier and heard someone suggest taking Bart. No chance. He's so cool, there's no way he'd ever want to go there. Oh, Bay Area Rapid Transit, BART. Man, I'm getting my acronyms mixed up. Speaking of, fans there like to rap FTTB. Have you heard of that? Faithful to the Bay. In San Francisco, I thought FTTB meant fog, trash, theft, and Bosa's out again. Recent reports said Bosa was optimistic about his ACL, especially with the initial treatment calling for more ice. Okay. I had a lot of really good. Trust me, these were good. I learned a lot writing these. Did you know the Niners once gave 5 draft picks to get O.J. Simpson at the very end of his career? I know, right? I thought he was a Broncos guy, too. Last one, LA Rams have Puka and Tutu. Oh boy, better hide them from Kyle Juszczyk's wife, Kristen. She's gonna try and turn those guys into jacket accessories. All right, have fun tonight. Go Ramily, Ramily forever. They're gonna win the game tonight. Eat a nugget of fool's gold and get happy.
Okay.
Well done, Jake.
Unbelievable
Well done.
every single week. All right, guys, 20 seconds picks. Rams.
Rams.
It's all about the Ramily. Shout out, Kate. Thank you to everybody in production. Thank you to everybody who watched the show every morning, guys. Spread the good word. We love you. We'll be back with some Friday Wake Up Barstool tomorrow. Enjoy tonight.
Bye, Mom. Bye, everyone's mom.